I'm on my first private jet. I'm the founder of Comfort. This is Wayne, the founder of Hotel Collection Aroma 360. We decided, why not just go super into marketing 101, explain everything, how we think about content, how we think about marketing, how we think about creators, creative, international expansion, everything.
While we take advantage of 5 hours and 22 minutes
While
of
we
flight.
take advantage of 5 hours flying. Turbulence has been great, knock on wood. We're excited. So guys, just like give me your context of what you would like to see next. Comment things below. You know, like let us know things. I filmed an outro already. At the end, I'm going to tell you to like and subscribe. But like, just hook us up. Look at the content. I don't film a lot of stuff like this, but like I want to get someone on here that is, first of all, superior in their industry, which Wayne is, but also that is not willing to hold back on shit.
And holding back. Listen, at the end of the day, there are very few founders like us that actually give it straight, give the real details, tell you the actual things that we do, because we have nothing to hide, and because we truly want to see other people grow, because I don't feel like I have to worry about anybody coming after what I've built. You don't feel like you have to worry about it.
Not at all.
So to us, it's this is the playbook. It's like a chef giving you a recipe. You're not going to make the recipe exactly like Wes, and that's the most important part.
And it doesn't matter if you're $1 million a year or $100 million a year. You can learn so much from this. We go through the whole thing.
This is what we do.
There's a lot of gems, but I appreciate you guys and enjoy.
To me, it's always been about understanding where the customers are going. So like Hotel Collection started, and I always called it like the Faces campaign, right? And it was like when Instagram was starting to kind of come up a little bit, and we were dealing only with micro influencers, like to the point of like never done it before. And the concept was we didn't have a lot of money. We were bootstrapping. So okay, let's find people and just get them to do content. So the concept was I'll put all my money behind it that I have and make it look like everybody's heard of Hotel Collection before. And to the point where like Victoria brought us Alex Earl before Alex was Alex, right? And I remember it was like she wants $500, and I was like, what? Like, no, we don't pay people, right? Like we don't need to pay people. We just need their content.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't care if they posted it. I just wanted the content, and we boosted it and everything like that. And we kept reusing it. When Alex started popping, I actually went back to the library and I was like, run it again. Alex reached out because we had a lot of mutual friends, and she was like, wait, it was like 2 years ago, dude. You can't use that anymore, right? And then that was the graduation to like reaching out to Scott, being like, Scott, do me a favor, Disick. And then to Scott, it was Brody. And then, you know, after Brody, it was Damon John. Then it was Larsa. Then it was Christina Hall with HTTV because she had 4 shows running. But it was always different with me because I knew somebody that knew somebody that knew somebody that introduced me. And it was always a relationship, friendship deal. It was never like paying 6 figures, the one-day content shoot. And because they had all been customers of the brand. So it was easy because the conversation was like, so-and-so wanting to introduce me. I see that you've been ordering on Shopify. Thank you for doing that, by the way. Want to send some more stuff. Would love to see if we could do like some content together. And there was something about that organicness that just made it better than the other brands that were doing it at that time. This is pre-TikTok Shop, pre-everything.
Which is huge, because like pre-TikTok, if you could develop a commission structure, because no one believed in it yet.
It wasn't a thing.
So the way that we did it with Comfort, with Purely White back in the day, was we took creators that were huge on TikTok, not TikTok Shop, and we would say, hey, we'll pay you a rate on Snapchat. We'll pay you $150 for a story post. And they're like, well, we don't know how to gauge it because on TikTok we charge $5,000 a post. On Snapchat, we've never worked with a brand, so we don't know what to do. And I'm like, well, it's 24 hours, it goes away, and if I pay you 5 times a week, that's gonna be, you know, you're gonna be making, you know, I don't know, almost like, what is it? Almost $1,000 a week. I said, and it's easy. You just put it into your daily content that you're filming already, pull it up, put the link in the Snapchat story, call it a day, it goes away in 24 hours. They were like, okay, we'll do it. I don't think they realized at the time, they were getting 5, 6, 7, 8 million views on a story post. So it's like, imagine getting a fucking TikTok video, but for 24 hours in the most personalized way.
You're doing that with whitelisting?
No.
Was it their handle or was the company handle?
It was an organic post. It was no paid ads. No paid ads.
Okay.
So think about it like this. You have a Snapchat account. You post comfort.
Yeah.
You're wearing the hoodie and you're like, yo, I'm about to get on a plane. I gotta wear comfort. It's the most comfortable thing that I wear. Snapchat is the most personalized platform you could have.
Yeah.
So you're talking to the audience. 8 million people see that, and then they're like, click the link in the bio. It's right there. They don't even have to mention the link in bio.
Yeah.
It's on the screen.
Yeah.
Click buy. If I had back in the day a really good website, a really good product, like just assortment, I think we probably got to 50, 60 million a year, no paid ads, just Snapchat. But what happened was, the next year, they changed their algorithm, and then they were paying creators part of their ad spend revenue.
Yeah.
So every 9 posts would be an ad.
Yeah.
And then they would pay, and I talked to Evan about this, the founder of Snap, and I was like, it was good for them because he said it incentivized so many people to come use the app over TikTok when it was hitting its peak.
Yeah, he was thinking more about the platform, less about the brands or the users.
But like even back then to now, the whole content game is just like, all you have to do is just make it where it's personal, it's getting an emotion, it's evoking that out of someone.
Yeah.
And then they're like, fuck, like I want to feel this feeling. Like the airplane mode hoodie, you're wearing it you're wearing it going onto a flight, and you're with your suitcase and you're talking to the camera about you're about to get on this flight to go on vacation with your family.
Anybody in that world can relate
and
to
they're like,
exactly
oh my
what
God,
they're seeing.
I have a trip
Next
planned with
week
my
I'm
family.
going to Atlanta.
And they're like, I want to
Yeah.
feel how this person feels. And I think you guys with Hotel Collection Aroma 360 is like, and for anyone watching, like, you guys have evoked emotion through scenting.
It's emotion.
And like they want to experience the traveling of going to that place, and you get to give that to them every day in their house.
It popped because of COVID, right? We're 100% a COVID baby. The difference is we had longevity past COVID because the product that we were offering was something that you needed before or after COVID. Like Peloton had their issues because people wanted to go back to the gym, right? So now I have this Peloton machine in my house, but I want to use it. I want to go to the gym. So with Hotel Collection, because of that moment in time, it was literally like 2 punches at once. For the first time in modern history, everybody was in their home all day long. They weren't going to the office every day, and they're like, I hate this living room. I don't like the way it looks. I don't like the way it feels. I don't like the way it smells. That was component number 1. Number 2, now you can't travel. Now you can't go on vacation.
Yeah.
So you're hitting them first because they're in their house all day long and they want that experience to feel better. Then they can't travel, and you're bringing that in too. So we were able to leverage both scenarios. And in the beginning, the concept was, and everybody always told me, because everybody doubts things when you're building it, that's natural. Like, you can't sell a scent like this without somebody smelling it.
Yep.
But with Hotel Collection, you're leaning so heavy on the hotels, and they're either hotels we've actually done through Aroma 360, or inspired by, meaning like they're actually what's in the hotel. I just didn't personally formulate it; we just recreated it. So because of that aspect, everybody has this preconceived concept in their brain, whether they realize it or not, what the Four Seasons should smell like.
Yep.
If they've never been.
Yep.
And they're sitting there and they're thinking about it, and they're saying, okay, that this is what I think it smells like, this is what I feel like it should smell like, and that's my reason for reacting to this UGC content and buying it.
So there's, in business, like we always talk about problem and solution.
Yes.
That there's it's not a huge like physical problem, but it's an emotional thing that people want to experience that they don't even know sometimes that they want to experience it until they do.
Yeah.
And I feel like I talk about that a lot with people, is like, if you have a business and you are focused on, here is the problem, this is the solution is so fucking good for this problem, the TAM is there, that's a business.
Well,
and
that's what now it's not a niche.
Yeah.
It's a business.
And for Hotel Collection Aroma 360, it's like the content around a woman or a man coming on and saying, I'm going on this vacation soon, I have a trip planned with my girlfriend or my fiance and my family in the next 6 months, we're going to the Four Seasons, I see this scent from Aroma 360, and it's like, I literally get to go use this scent. I fly there. It's the same scent they come home and they're like, I want to have this every day.
Yeah.
The churn is so low because it's like every day they're in this paradise.
No, this is even better than that. You just described the most common of half the customer base.
Yeah.
There's a whole other side that was the biggest unlock for me. It was the first business I've ever had from the time I started at 17 with Media Mogul, where the client base was so far ranging. You just explained somebody that went to the Four Seasons, wants to bring that back.
Yep.
The other customer could never afford to go to the Four Seasons. That candle, that reed diffuser, that room spray, that diffuser with a Four Seasons smell is their opening of bringing the Four Seasons into their home.
And I also believe that's like a big law of attraction play. Every day you have that. Like my background on my computer would always be a nice car, my first Yaris, whatever it is, and I would look at it every day, and then all of a sudden I'm like, one day, like I'm gonna walk in the dealership and I'm gonna pick up this exact car. And then I did. With your brand, it's the same thing. It's like they're gonna have so much emotion attached to this place, like they feel like they've been there.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like they're like, I have to go now. I'm gonna work harder. I'm gonna go work to get a raise. I'm gonna go do this so that I can go and experience this in real life.
When Hotel Collection hit its stride during COVID and the hockey stick growth, 6 million, 37 million, 97 million, 186. Everybody always said that didn't understand the market, like, how much can you actually grow this scenting brand? And I would tell everybody 386 million times. 386 million houses in America, and I believe these products should be in every single house in America. I actually believe in my delusional brain that there was a moment in time in our country when it was a luxury to have an air conditioner in your house. Not everybody got to have an air conditioner. It was for like a few. Now fast forward 2026, try and find a house that doesn't have an air conditioner. I look at our brand the exact same way. I look at it like we're in our infancy right now. Like it's just the starting point, because some houses have my product. And I literally look at it, it's like you fast forward, every house has an air conditioner, every house has a Hotel Collection Aroma 360 scent diffuser in their scenting house. Because it is the most addictive thing somebody can do. Yeah. Once they start scenting their house, they can never not do it again. Our churn is like the lowest churn out of any consumer product brand I've ever seen. Because once they start doing it, they need to.
Yeah. When the scent goes away, the house is going to feel empty.
Yeah. Friends and family at the text me, I have a dinner party tonight. I ran out. How can I get some? Like, I keep extra bottles in the house for that. It's crazy.
So what we're going through right now is kind of like, when you're thinking about content and you're thinking about, like your brand for the person watching, it's like, how do you cater the content so vividly for the customer that they feel like there's no other option for them than your brand?
It's a feeling. It's evoking a feeling, because anybody can sell a product one time, right? It's storytelling. Nobody smelt my product. Nobody felt your hoodie, right? They're buying the story. It's when they come back that I know I have a real brand, a real product, a real story. But the thing is, like, with Comfort, right? You're not a hoodie company. You're not an apparel brand. Like, you're selling more than that.
Yeah, and it's like when we say wear the feeling, and that's kind of our tagline is wear the feeling, because when you're thinking about a piece of clothing, you have never experienced how much is tied into that brand. So like for people in the airport that are like walking around and they see someone else wearing Comfort, they feel like they could be friends with them.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh shit, like this person aligns with my values as a human.
Yeah.
No one feels that way about Lululemon, Aloe, etc. They just don't. Like, it's a cool trend. But
it says something about the person
but
when
it's
they're
not,
in Comfort.
yeah, but it's not like making people, because that's why our repeat rate's over 70%.
Yeah.
In clothing, with little stock, with a lot of items that go out of stock very quickly, to have 3/4 of the customers come back and buy again just shows that like there's something there for them, that they're getting exactly what they wanted and more. But that goes into the content. If I promote my product, we see a lot of brands promote their product with a certain way. You ever see the McDonald's hamburger and it looks perfect? It's fake.
Yeah,
it's all fake.
They take the tweezers and they put each sesame seed there. Yeah.
People do that in content.
Yeah.
With video, and then they sell you the product, and then that's why they have a 3.6, 3.5 star review. And then people are like reading the reviews, and then you got to go buy reviews, which is illegal, to try to go get the reviews up. And then you look at them and you're like, everyone hates this thing. You guys cannot rush to sell product to get into the market, because if you do and it goes down in reviews, you lose your credibility as a brand.
But you also just explained somebody focused on just selling something one time.
Yeah, because you're never going to there's no repeat.
There's no repeat there.
So you have that.
Because you also presented something that was not true to what the experience is going to be.
So in the content, your creators have to a T, give exactly what the experience is going to be. Not elevated, not below
the
par,
real experience.
The real experience. I open it, this is how it feels, buttery soft. I open it, this is how it smells. It smells like the Four Seasons. It smells like the One Hotel. You have exactly what they're going to get, so when they get it, they're never disappointed, and that will reflect in the reviews.
But your strategy that I see on my end, right, is that aside from the creators, and you can see all of the different products that they have, that they use, that they love, right? They didn't try one. They're not just in a hoodie. They're also using the blanket. They're also using the luggage, like everything else. And then also with the customers that you guys repost, they're ingrained with the brand. They don't have one black hoodie.
Nope.
They have an entire collection, which just goes to one, being real, and two, going back to the fact that they embrace the brand, and it's part of their DNA, their fabric, their lifestyle, and everything that goes in it.
And then also, and I want to say, like, where we used to fuck up, we would say it was a weighted hoodie. Because our product is slightly weighted more than a normal hoodie, some of the creators said it's weighted.
Yeah.
That reflected in the reviews.
The whole thing, because they're like, I didn't feel like it was heavy enough, this, that, whatever,
And then they make the reviews about it. So we switched it. People kept the marketing of, because a lot of customers say, helps my anxiety, helps my stress. We stopped saying that in ads. But now, all the customers will say in their reviews or in their videos, like talking about them trying it on, they're like, yo, when I get home from a stressful day, I put on my hoodie because it helps my stress.
Yeah.
Now the customer's saying it,
by the way,
longer the brand.
That's the most authentic unlock you can, and you cannot pay for that unlock. That only happens when it's real.
And it's like, when you guys are watching, you think about that. What is my angle? What is the differentiation about my business? What are the products? I don't care what your team says they want to launch. Fuck your team. What do your customers want? What do your creators want? What is their pulse on the market? Because you guys have seen it, we've seen it, in boardrooms, everyone's talking about something, they release it, it flops.
Agreed.
We're not the best when it comes to what we're going to release. We have an idea, and then we allow the market to tell us what they want. We're not going to say, well, we want to come out with this hotel because we went there and we liked it. That's what we think.
The biggest thing is, and I tell my team this all the time, when I say I think we should, it's not Wayne Walton. It's not me. My years of experience from listening to customers, listening to feedback, looking at data, leads me to believe that this is the best way. It's never about me. Yeah. It's always about the customer.
It's always data driven.
100%.
Always data driven, every single time. Though when you start thinking with emotion and not data, you lose the game. The game is lost forever. So it's like the business has to keep that integrity. I'll give you an example. Nike is a footwear brand. They lost a lot of the company, their value as a brand when they started going heavy into all these other categories because they lost the customer. Yeah. Who was your core customer and who are they now? And if you don't know your customer anymore, how can you market to them? Because you don't even know who they are. And you see that with big brands when they get so big, and I get it because even Comfort, not nearly as big as Nike, but you see it, and it's like we could easily start to get out of
you can
our core value.
Push too far, expand the line too much.
And for home, for blankets, we have the most sold blanket in America. We're an apparel brand. Like, that's what we do.
Yeah.
But the reason why is because so many people said, comfort, you have to come out with a blanket. We need something that resembles like how we feel in your hoodie, but in a blanket. Then we took a long time, manufactured and made one, went in super inexpensive for people so that everybody could have one. And then people love it. And my team would always fight me on price. And this is something I want to talk about too. My team always fights me on price. And they say, well, our margin. Fuck our margin. The contribution margin is going to be better when you drop your price, because you're going to open up an entirely new market, an entirely new demo that could not afford your product.
You open your audience 100, and what happens is if you sell 100 of something with an amazing margin, or 1,000 of something with a slightly decreased margin, you'd rather sell the 1,000 of the decreased margin.
And if you guys are not in subscription, and you're bootstrapped like me, cool, but it's a double whammy. So look, I'm profitable first purchase, but if I know 75% of people are coming back to buy again, and I can measure LTV over CAC, and I know in month 6 my profit, spend a little more, take a little less, scale your brand.
Yeah.
For Wayne, which I want him to go into, is they're a subscription business. Some businesses, like my friend Ben from Clean Skin Club, he's not profitable until I think his 3rd or 4th purchase.
Yeah, we're about break even on first purchase, maybe a touch under, but the subscription side has always been the big. So on our end, it's 68% of the time our purchase is tied to a monthly subscription.
Yeah.
And that's always been the unlock to where we were drowning at any potential of competition. And when we were growing in our growth phase, the first 2 years, 3 years, we would push everything back into marketing to just create such a large audience to where the smaller copycats that we were having to shut down constantly couldn't really get a foothold. Because now I've got my acquisition tight. My cost to acquire is tight, but all this subscription money starts rolling in, and all that subscription money is being pounding back into marketing. They can't come into the game and keep up because there's $8, $9, $10 million a month in recurring revenue that I can just push back into the marketing and just keep them from being able to create a foothold.
What do you think about businesses? I wonder how this works. So sometimes brands will cut their ad spend to rely on subscription to increase their profitability, to show on the P&L.
You can do it on a short-term basis if you're trying to like juice the numbers for an investing round or something like that. But the reality is, as soon as you slow down the funnel, you're going to have customers canceling, and if you're not putting on new subscribers at a rate above what's falling off, now your subscription revenue is going down on a monthly basis, and you got to build it back up again, right? So I mean, listen, you can, if somebody needs to do like a 3-month blitz or some shit, you can do it. It's a dirty way to do it, obviously.
It's a dirty way to do it.
But it's possible.
Yeah, I think I want to talk about international. I don't think people understand. You guys have a location in the Dubai Mall.
Yes. Mexico opened 2 days ago. I forgot to tell you that.
You're way deeper in international than I am. But what I'm seeing now is businesses like ours, and what I've been trying to teach all of you guys with the marketing, a lot of these other countries have not adopted our marketing methods.
No.
So we're breaking in. It's new. Even like, the UK has TikTok Shop, so they're a little bit more hip to it. But the way that you structure meta ads, no one's doing that yet. So like for us, we went from 70,000 to 500,000 a day in revenue in UK, Australia, and Canada in a week and a half.
Yeah.
We got a better deal with Passport, who's, the merchant.
We used GlowPal originally. You went Passport.
And now,
both good options, by the way.
Now we're killing it there, but the next step is go into those 3PLs, get them in those countries, shorter shipping, less cost, cheaper pricing for your customers. Acquisition is going to be way less expensive. Then you do that there.
We pushed all the inventory into the UK, for instance. Shipping time went from 6 to 8 days to 1 to 2 days. The average shipping cost, I was looking at this the other day, the average shipping cost to a UK customer went from $38 because it included duties to $6. So what happens, and what I explained to the marketing team on this thing is, your conversion rate on the PDP pages goes up exponentially.
Yeah.
Because a customer is seeing £6.83, right? 6.83 pounds instead of 38 pounds. So now your checkout goes up. Everything about the ecosystem better. Your content's performing better. Your ads perform better. Your creators are making more money. The whole ecosystem gets healthier.
And people don't say this. Like, I wanted to learn about international for 6 months, like before I started. The only company that told me this one thing was True Classic, and Ryan and Ben, they go, by the way, your American content is going to perform better in those countries than the local creators. Now,
I saw it in Dubai, I saw it in the UK, I didn't see it in Australia as much.
So now, we've dug a little bit deeper. My international creators are ripping, but you mentioned the other day, you know, people want to buy American products.
They do, yeah.
The same way we want to go buy from Australia or Europe, because we think that there's like this cool trendy aspect.
I think you and I are right now sleeping on selling in China, and I haven't gotten into it yet because it's a whole thing.
I heard it's very
in Chinese culture, the flex is U.S. goods, right? So even though the product may have been made in China, in some way, form, or fashion, certain components are made in China. Like my glass vessels come from China for our candles. Comes to the U.S., it gets filled with U.S. fragrances, U.S. candle wax, packaged back up. If I send it back over to China, they want to devour that product at our prices, even though it's still technically partly a Chinese good, because they want the Hotel Collection brand versus a Chinese brand.
Well, the issue is, the U.S. and China, when it comes to lawsuits, it's non-existent.
Yes.
So you have to have a new entity in China, a brand new company, and Hexclad did this, and they're starting to break in a little bit.
Yep.
But it's important that, you know, you understand the logistics, because a Chinese competitor can knock you off.
The whole thing.
Go into the U.S. and then it's very hard to sue them, because the way that the government works, like, we're not able to get. How are we going to get them here? You know, how are you going to go and
jurisdiction, everything else.
The jurisdictions are crazy, and you don't. It's very difficult. So, you know, we notice Canada huge, predominantly English speaking. Australia, you know, 30-something million, size of California, but they're very. Once they like a brand, that's their brand. The UK, it always rains, so you can go get a product that is catered towards a place that really isn't sunny most of the time. Yeah. And you start to look at the categories of product you want to launch in each place due to what is trending there, which is also why it's good to go to my new products that come out with. I hear from my customers and my creators. Same thing in those other countries. Go talk to the creators. What do you like? What do you not like? What do you love? What's trending? What just went out of trend? You know, then you see how to go. What is the angle you could take with your brand to win?
I don't think there's any brand like Comfort that can get the type of tactile feedback from creators and customers that you can, to be able to really pivot. And I would say that your hit rate on new product releases is probably 3-4 times more successful than other brands, because you have that outlet that you can go to that you built. It's even hard. It's even hard for me at my scale to know what product's gonna hit and what product's not gonna hit, because I haven't truly built it out the way you have, to where I can say, hey guys, this is what I'm thinking, give me some feedback. That feedback's gold.
And when you have a product winning, or a product that you know could win but it's not taken off yet, go put a bonus out with your creators and have them go push that product. And then once that bonus will pay itself 10 times, because once you get viral videos and everyone's seeing it, the affiliates will come on the TikTok shop side that don't really have a relationship with the brand, and they'll start promoting it because they know it's going to make them money.
Yeah.
You want people loyal to the brand, not the money, but then you do want people loyal to the money on the second wave, because once they see, ooh, this product is going to make me a lot of money, then they come on, and then that adds on to all of the things you did internally with your team. That's the game to be played. It's the 2 layers. And then layer 3, you get your customers that become ambassadors. They get cash off your product because they love it. They're going to keep buying. You never pay to acquire them again, so you could give them 30% off. And then they go tell their friends with their discount code because they earn money on that.
I think it's the part that a lot of brands miss is understanding what it costs us to acquire customers and how you can shuffle the eggs around a little bit, right? So when you're talking about a repeat customer, you already paid to acquire them, coming back, and when you say you can give them 30% off, I think a lot of people don't realize why you can give them 30% off.
Yep.
You already paid to acquire them. That marketing cost isn't there anymore.
They love us.
That creator commission isn't there anymore.
They're going to tell their friends every chance they can, every family party, every Christmas,
Yeah.
every holiday. Comfort, 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 comfort. They're tied into the business. That's why. You walk into someone's house, they smell that amazing scent. What's the first thing these people want to go brag about? Why their house smells so good. What do they go do? They're going to go and get Aroma 360.
Yeah.
It's the game. Supplements. Grunes, my friend Chad, just sold to Unilever, like crushed it. What did they do? Evoked emotion with, you don't want to taste shitty product. Have it in a gummy. It's easy, it's fun, it's you could travel with it, and it becomes a habit. And then their marketing was great, and they found all these angles through marketing. They would run 150 different static ideas. It would hit. They'd push UGC behind it.
When you say habit, one of their greatest ideas was habit and subscription.
Yep.
From day one, it was a subscription-based business, fastest growing subscription business I've ever seen. I think anybody's ever seen in e-commerce, and it was based on habit, subscription. Because if you have both, anytime you have a habit, your retention rate is higher than everything else.
It's like, these are all the things that you guys should want to go learn. Like marketing 101. The heart of your business that pumps the blood into your entire body is marketing. It's the heart.
Yeah.
I could have the best product team in the world. Doesn't matter if I don't have marketing.
No.
I could have the best finance team in the world. Doesn't matter if we're not making money. None of it matters. Learn your angling and then go recruit the best people in all the other aspects of the business. Get them in and then build a powerhouse. In 1 year, your whole business can change. I've watched it with me. You've seen it with you.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen a lot of new businesses do it. You gotta cultivate community and family, and you get them so excited that they would never want to be anywhere else.
I think the community is what makes it stable, sustainable, and highly growable.
And
that's when you get the ups and downs. You see these brands, they do good, they do that, like they're up and down, up and up. When you really lock down the community, it's just steady.